So this video's been making its rounds, and I heard a little bit about the video. So we're gonna watch it together, and I'm gonna talk about it because I know the idea of the video. I know what it's kind of about, but I haven't seen it. And this is there's a this is bigger a part of a bigger problem that's been going on. And if you want to sit down and listen to me talk about it, then let's talk about it. And if you don't know anything about the video, I'll just go over it really, really, really quick. He teaches his students, and he's a teacher. And there was a student. He records his talks, and they have very good conversations. They break things down. Why are you thinking this? Why? For an example, the one that went viral was J.K. Rowling's is a bigot and a transphobe, I believe it was. And they sat down, they talked about it. Why do you say that? Why do you think that? And basically, what it came down to was he heard a bunch of people say that. He read the tweets that she wrote and why people said she was. And at the end of it, he didn't think that she was. And he felt stupid saying that. And he said, good. Well, there you go. That is that will help you far in life. You know, my aunt would do things like I grew up in New York. I was an asshole. I had a big mouth. I got in a lot of fights. That's why I got sent over there as when I was 13, 14. Never met her. Never met that part of my family on the West Coast. And I was such a bad kid. I got sent over there, or it was going to a foster home. So I went there, and she did not tolerate things like that. So she would sit down with me, and we would go over things like that. And it was really good for me. And I think it made me into a more understanding human being, especially since I was part of that crowd. So after that, this is what happened. And when the video went viral, I think most people knew or hoped they what was going to happen, what was going to follow that video, because of some schools are liberal leaning.
So it happened yesterday. I was fired
Unfortunate.
from my full-time teaching position. Not going to. I. It happened so quick. It happened in like 5 minutes. There was really no conversation, so they clearly knew what they wanted to do. So it's not someone that I don't think the. And I really genuinely, I'm not, because there's so little clarity on all of this. I'm really trying not to. I'm not interested in divulging anything. There's no utility in that. I never have. I never will.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous that he even has to say that. Like, if you lost your job, there's no NDA. Obviously, you're just a teacher. You should be able to talk about losing your job. And I'm sure that they said something to him. Let's not talk about this on your YouTube channel. Maybe they even made it seem like his YouTube channel meant nothing when obviously it does, seeing as his video went viral. It's really sad how much power some schools, some companies, some schools have right now. And I think that's part of a big problem right now. And it shouldn't be that way because a lot of companies and a lot of places are having a tough job hiring people because nobody wants to work.
I think I have a right to articulate that I just lost my job and my basic observations, my life experience. There's no NDA. So when you say we appreciate you not divulging, I don't know if that means that you're threatening myself.
Yeah, they can't hold that from you just because you're a meanie and they don't like you. It seems like what they did was cold, and they probably treated him like shit. And there's just, and I'm glad I'm starting to see things change because things were and still are a little bit right now, but for a while it really started going downhill fast, especially in about 2017, where you couldn't say things like I had to lie about who I voted for in 2016. I mean,
Severance package, I really hope not. I don't even know what the severance package is. I'm still waiting, but anyways, it was a bummer to lose my computer like that too. This could have been done. I understand if you disagree.
yeah, but they shouldn't have done it like that. Yeah, all the years and he put into that school, I can tell it really hurts him. And you can just go back and think of like people you work with and the times you had together and the help and the community that you kind of build within that workplace, because you have to, you practically live at your job. Like you're there 8-10 hours a day. It's crazy how people you work with, you think you know them, and then you share an opinion that goes viral and you disagree with it. How cold, and how they'll try to ruin your life over an opinion. That's fucking crazy. Like, that's where we're at right now. People ruining other people's lives because of an opinion. That's bad, you know? And this has been happening more and more. Like, as someone who watched social media come in and then start to grow, and how things changed so fast. It's
Agree with
yeah.
me voicing opinions on YouTube or feeling like it's easier just to get rid of that. I understand. To get rid of a teacher like that. And I accept that. Sometimes how you do it, though, is important. And I think this could have been done without just taking my computer and losing.
Yeah, they did that on purpose. They knew what they were doing. That's sad. I'm glad this went viral. And this is one of the good parts about social media is things going viral. And then that place hearing about it, you know? Because this has got to stop. Like, I've been watching this TV show, Oz, and watching people interact. Like, there's this one guy who dresses like a woman and he's gay. And there's a guy he doesn't like gay people. And it's a jail show. And they curse at each other, but they still talk. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to say, like, I remember people didn't agree with other people. And sure, we would call each other names, but like, we would just leave each other alone. It's just, if we had to work together, we had to work together. But now it's like, what? You don't share opinions with me? I'm going to ruin your fucking life. Like, what kind of fucking mindset is that? And these are adults. It's just bizarre.
A book that I've been writing for 2 years. Multiple things I've been writing for 2 years. All the data from 2 years, my digital life. Just, I have my crypto accounts open. I have my access to a plethora of my information at your fingertips. I really hope that you just do the right thing, because honestly, I just want to be. I hope I never see you again, and I just want to live my life. I really am not interested in you guys. Good luck to you. I have devoted 4 years of my life to this school, and yesterday it was like being a character in a video game and just being deleted, and the rest, it's like you were never there. It was remarkable by people that love to pretend they're your teammates, and this is just my perspective on things, but
Didn't
And so the reason was the reason
There
has
was
been we don't
nothing
trust you to
divulged.
not
Nothing.
divulge information online or upload online. Well, I've never divulged anything. I've
I
Dave
hope you
Rubin,
sue him.
Dr. Drew, hours of podcasts, and not once did I ever cross any of the parameters that you laid out, that your lawyers laid out, and I
No, you
even
gotta sue him.
praised
You
you
gotta
and
sue
thanked
these
you for
people.
making that so clear, objectively recognizing what the rules were. There was no rules broken. You even said congratulations. The only time I've seen you in person this past year was
So what it sounds like is maybe someone that's funding the school got him fired. Because it seems like everything was fine, and then that video went viral. Someone got mad and said fire him. And I don't know, I'm guessing the person that fired him maybe somehow felt bad, so it was easier to be cold, because I know I've been in that position. And it's almost easier to be cold about it. But I was never that cold. That's,
maybe a week after that.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, it's our celebrity. What's on the docket? Any upcoming
That is
events?
so cold.
Interviews?
Wow.
That was a quote, and you know it.
Yep.
Yesterday it was like a different person. So, and I understand that had Elon Musk not tweeted that video, this would have happened probably with the
It
last
shouldn't be like that.
4 months ago when this initially happened.
That shouldn't matter.
So all the interpretation.
No. That shouldn't fucking matter. The fact that Elon tweeted that. That should not fucking matter. And that's part of the problem right now. Is that if something goes viral. And here's the thing. If something goes viral, it's not even that big of a fucking deal. Look, we, as people who, like myself, spend a lot of time on the internet. I see things go viral, and then sometimes I get in my head that everyone knows, and then I go to work and say something about it. Nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. If a video gets 10 million views, 10 million, we're talking about 10 million views. That's a video that exploded. Let's say 20 million views. That's an insane amount of views. But how many people live in the country? 343 million people? That's nothing. That's like the group of people that are usually on the internet that saw the video. So when something goes viral or a trend starts or fuck those liberals or fuck those Republicans, and you go into the real world, no one knows, no one gives a shit what the fuck you're talking about. And that's the thing, the people that do spend that time on the internet, that get into their own echo chamber and they get in their own little circle of, oh yeah, fuck those people. They bring that to reality. They bring that to their work life. And then the next thing you know, lives are being ruined. And then people, the normal people that don't spend all that time on the internet going, what in the fuck is going on? Why are these people acting like this? And that's what's happening right now. And the reason why Trump won is because people that don't spend all that time on the internet started to understand what the fuck was going on. And those people that spend all that time on the internet and they like their pronouns and their, oh, you're a Nazi and those kind of people were starting to run things, but weren't all there, if it gets my drift. Like their arguments just don't make sense, Just because you don't like me, that doesn't mean, I'm gonna gas, several million Jews. That doesn't mean I'm a white supremacist. It's just childish. It really is. And that's why people like this guy is great for the world and for YouTube and for Twitter, is because he will sit down and say, explain to me why you think that way, and have a good conversation about it instead of yelling, calling each other names, putting your hands on your ears and screaming like a 5-year-old.
That I thought was objective seems to be malleable and subjective. And it seems to just be a matter of how something is received, depending which way the wind's blowing. If it's blows one way, then it's bad. If it blows this way and it's in your favor, or there's eyeballs, if there's enough attention on it, then you'll just wait until that blows over. And I kind of logically, I expected that, I'll be honest, but you're never quite prepared for it when you devote 4 years to something and the floor is pulled out and there's that sense of falling.
Good.
Thank you all for your support. I don't regret trying. It can be challenging when you have a job that you love and all the dynamics that come with that, and a clique of people that aren't happy with you going way back, and then things complicate and snowball, and then they rise in power, and it's just, you're trying to navigate all that, and at the same time something comes along, and you know that if you don't try and make the most of it and just do your best with both, that you'll regret it. So you try and walk that line and juggle both. And it's hard when you do it alone and you don't have, I can't think of a single time in the last 4 months that a single colleague, leadership, any of the principals, any of these people have ever, how's the YouTube channel going? How are you doing? Is there any clarity we can offer? You just reference another 5-minute meeting 4 months ago. And a 1-sentence email from 4 months ago when I was in the middle of this storm trying to navigate all this. It can be challenging navigating all this on your own. And best damn believe I've been doing my best. So any perceived wrong that you may have was not intentional. I have
just because they fired him and told him some nonsense that he doesn't regret anything, and he's been doing his damnedest. And from what I saw, the clip that I saw, he seems like a really, really smart guy and very well balanced. If it were me, if I were him and I were in his position, I would probably try to get some more videos getting up there so you can kind of make some of that money back and maybe find something else, or just stick to YouTube, maybe interview people, do what you're doing. I don't know. I'm just spitballing.
It's a shame that this was coming for a while, and I know it. So we'll see where it goes from here. Thank you all. Thank you so much too. Thank goodness for Weequil that it's just this in Weequil now to try and make the most of those. So I'm going all in. Thank you for your support.
I think he'll be successful.
Sorry, this has been just a bit ranty.
Not at all. The next day, I was offered additional payment to sign a document preventing me from ever speaking about what happened. I hope to God you told them to go fuck themselves. And that you were putting it in. Fuck yeah. Oh, fuck yeah. That's awesome. I fucking love stories like that. God damn it. So, yeah, that's all I really had. I just wanted to, I'm sorry if I babbled or didn't make any sense, or sometimes I'll start trailing off. But I've actually made 2 videos trying to explain what I said before, as in people spending time on the internet and staying in their own little groups and echo chambers and then taking it to the real world. I've made literally 20-minute videos and then deleted them because I just felt like it was just going off into tangents and didn't make any goddamn sense. But I feel like I really do feel like that's what's happening. And for a little while, people would sit on the internet and, the whole pronoun and that thing, that crowd were on the internet, and you didn't really see it having any effect on anything. But then when kids started taking hormone therapy, I think it started getting way out of hand. And we have this weird thing where people don't spend time on the internet and don't know what's going on in this world. And then when you talk to them about things, they say, oh, it's not a big deal. But you know from experience that eventually people that have some screws loose that are in higher positions will eventually try to bring it to the real world. And that's when things start going downhill. Because back in the day, we only knew what our town, our own group of people, like, who were within 10 miles away. That's pretty much all we knew is what was going on around us. That's it. We would watch TV and see what was going on, but it wasn't going on around us, so we didn't really care. But now it's just, things are just so strange. I think about it a lot. So I don't know. I feel bad for that guy, but I'm glad to see his video went viral, and hopefully he gets an even better career because he deserves it. Appreciate you stopping by. See ya.